All right, ladies, buckle up. It's showtime.
And once again, welcome aboard, everybody. Copperhead Road Podcast live on Rumble. Always live on Rumble because we are adults and we like to talk like adults. I'm kidding. Only half the time we do. The other time it's just like, poopy jokes and things of that nature. But yeah. All right. I'm your boy Footer K, and this is my man Rexy. And Copperhead Road Podcast live. Another fine show we have lined up for you today. Nothing. I tell you, we're never very clickbaity. Don't get me wrong. Here and there, we may use our thumbnails as a little bit of a manipulative tactic, as the kids say. But for the most part, we're not very clickbaity. And I kind of like that about us. Yeah, we don't stink. Bait equals fish.
Someone's gonna. Ooh, that I don't like that.
You do?
No, I don't like that. I don't.
Yeah. Wait.
I don't like talking about smells.
Yeah. But isn't that true though? That what I said, it's true. I don't like the word association gets you right back to something stinky, and I agree. I don't like that. I just the truth. I hate fish. Hate it with a passion. I hate everything about them. I'll fucking fight a fish right now.
As far as clickbaity goes, yeah, we don't do that. We've got to make our thumbnails a little bit appealing to the eye in a sea of overwhelming information. We've got to draw an eye a little bit, but other than that, we don't do the clickbait stuff.
Yeah, that's because I keep telling him no, I won't pose nude. Draw the eye. Not good enough for me.
No,
not good enough.
That's masturbate, not clickbait. There's a difference.
Oopsie daisy.
Ta-da! Sorry, stepped on the clip, but good night, everybody. So, and if you have not joined on to the ta-da, you're really falling behind because it really is taking the world by storm. Just so you know, if you're new here, you might be saying to yourself, "Well, what is ta-da? What is he talking about? Like magicians from the old days?" No. On this show right here, we're bringing back ta-da to the mainstream. Copperhead Road style. It just a quick explanation. Anything happens, anything. I don't care. The smallest little thing to the biggest little thing, or even the best is, let's say you're walking somewhere and there's people around and you trip and fall. Just roll, pop up, and just go, ta-da! Good night, everybody, and just walk away. That would be hysterical. But things like that. Even I don't care I don't care if you have to pee. And you run into your pee as soon as you're done. Last little shake. Ta-da! Flush. You know what I'm saying? Make it a part. Get it part of your linguistic choices in life.
Well, I mean, if anything, it's going to brighten your day, and I'm not above and beyond doing magic tricks and whatnot. I think that's fun.
Yeah, I do too. It's fun.
Maybe we should do that. Maybe we should start doing magic tricks, or maybe teaching magic.
Yeah. we got a few likes on our Clip It Magic Tricks segment we did when the little kid upset we got a few likes on YouTube. YouTube hates us.
Nothing in my hand, right? So I can reach into Footer's camera and pull out a cigar cutter. See? You don't get that kind of stuff anywhere else.
Oh, that's pretty good. He has. I know you did. You have it's mirrors. It's all fucking smoke and mirrors. You son of a bitch. That's why I had to use a cigar cutter because it has something to do with smoke. You see, so transparent. Yeah, not today. Not here on Copperhead.
There's a
It
spring
was
in the
good.
tube and it shoots the thing out.
Yeah, show me how you did it later, please.
But that was just Vinny. That was just Vinny being the quintessential Gambini.
I wasn't paying attention. I was
That's
talking
fine.
right
That's
over you.
fine. It
But-
was
but
garbage.
yeah.
It was another Mike reference.
All right, well, let's not overdo them. You know what I mean? We had our heyday with it. You know, let's spread it out a little bit, okay? You really, I'll teach you. And little by little, you'll get it. You guys, everybody, just give me. You got to give him a while. Give him about 200 episodes. He's used to being behind the scenes, and he does great behind that. He's a little bit shaky on the host. We give him a 6.5 to 7. You know what I mean? Being a 9 that I am, you know what? I'm going to boost him up to a 7.5, 7.5, without a doubt. Jen, 8.6. You know, she's
tall.
new. Came, well, big woman.
What the fuck is your problem?
Yeah, exactly, Jen. You shouldn't be outing your fucking 8.6 stature. Yeah, but anyway, welcome aboard, everybody. Glad you guys are checking in. Again, I always like to say hello to the ones that are panicking when they hear the opener of our show and they hear "Buckle up, lady," and they're just like, "Oh my god, no, not this show again." You know, but they just get like maybe they were like cooking, they're making dinner or lunch, and their hands like they had stuff on their hands so they couldn't. And they're trying with their elbow to like kind of hit the skip with their elbow, but they just can't. Next thing you know, they're sucked into this horse shit, like tens and thousands of others. Oh,
they got a chocolate souffle going like, shh, nobody move. I gotta be very careful. All right, ladies, son of a.
It's like, let me tell you something. If I could get the satisfaction, okay, of popping someone's souffle, I would be a very happy man. That's all I'm going to say. We'll leave it at that. I'm going to tell you something very fucking weird, though.
Yeah.
And since we're on some sort of like a souffle and this kind of does seg into it, and I don't even think I said this to you. I did tell you, though, that I was the other day, right? You know, I set like little goals for myself, you know what I mean? Whether it be whatever, making sure I read a chapter at least a day or whatever, you know what I mean? Just little things that you try to make part of your routine to make yourself a better person. So, one of the things, basically in a nutshell was just like, you know, do something different, you know what I'm saying? And try something, you know, that you wouldn't normally do. So, I ended up going to the library and jerking some guy off in the bathroom.
No, it's supposed to be something that you're not usually doing.
I know, but still, I'm sorry. I don't know why.
Did it with your pinky up this time?
Yeah. But anyway, so I'm like, what can I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna try to like bake something, you know what I mean? And so one of the easiest things, and again, I don't want to talk, I'm not gonna argue with you, but I think you may have been a little bit wrong on what you said about the angel food cake thing, because it's only one ingredient. You know what I mean? So yeah. So again, maybe and you know what, maybe it is hard. But my point was I was gonna the thing for me was gonna be easy ingredients, meaning water, the mix, and then I was gonna take a pie filling of my choice. I was gonna do cherry, right? And you just put it after you mix it, you put that in, make that part of the mix, and then you bake the cake or whatever, right? So again, what you're saying is tough to do. I shouldn't even said that. I disagree. I don't know, but my point was I was doing it because of the easy ingredients, the simple nature of how I saw the lady on TikTok do it. So I'm like, all right, I order. I go, let me order my ingredients. And I remember I had maybe about a week or so ago. I needed to get, it was angel food cake is what you needed. Okay. Yeah. Did I say that already?
What do you mean order your ingredients?
Well, I'll tell you. So 2 weeks ago, I was at Publix or whatever, and I looked for angel food cake to do this, and they didn't have it. But the Publix I went to, it's brand new and it's very small. It's like a smaller Publix compared to, so they didn't have it. I'm like,
Private X.
Oh, okay. Yeah. No, I heard you. And no, I heard you. So, again, so I'm like, oh, that there are a lot of times when this Publix doesn't have stuff, right? So, I didn't think no. And then again, your life gets busy, comes up on my list again, you know, to do so. So I'm like, boom, I'm doing the cake. So I didn't have a chance to get to Publix or anywhere. So I'm like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm just gonna Instacart or whatever you call it. You know what I mean? So I go I go on Instacart and or Door, whatever it is, whatever one of the things. And I put in first Publix, right? And I go to just search for your item, and I put in angel food cake, right? I hit then white cake, devil food cake, yellow cake, marshmallows, and all this stuff.
Yep.
This, but nothing specific angel food cake. So I'm like, okay. So I go, maybe this Instacart Publix, because of my area, is shooting it to that one in my head, So I'm like, you know what? Not a problem. I'll just go Winn-Dixie. It doesn't matter. It's a box thing, right? I go Winn-Dixie, put angel food cake, right? And it finishes it for me. Angel food cake mix, actually adds mix. I'm like, boom, I hit it. Yeah, I hit it. White cake, devil food cake, yellow cake. That's
Urinal
now
cake.
the wheel. Pardon? Oh yeah, urinal cake. The most delicious. So now the wheel is kind of going. Maybe angel food cake is like the alt word, like you can go either way. No, we call white cake angel, because like I'm in my head, I'm like, oh, there's probably some fucking, some stinking, offended person. Why is it gotta be angel food cake? Why does God have to get involved like some idiot? And they're like, so then I'm like, maybe they did white cake, So now I'm like, but that I've never heard. That's silly. I think angel food cake is angel food cake. So I go, you know what? Maybe this is just like, I don't know, something weird. Then I go, I'll do Aldi's. That came up too, right? Boom. I go to Aldi's. Pop in again. Angel food, boom. Angel food mix. It gives me mix. I'm like, ooh, I'm in. I hit white cake, devil food cake. Again, yellow cake. I'm like, hold on. What the fuck? Like, what are we in a fucking angel food cake shortage? Like in this country? No, I mean, 3 different places, 4 different times. I can't find fucking angel food cake. The fuck is this country coming to? Like who runs the angel food cake business? Is my point.
I don't know. Right. So what'd you find out?
They don't have it. So I thought, so in my head, I'm going, okay, this can't be that there's an angel food cake fucking shortage. So I get the white cake. It said, whatever, white, right? Hey, bro. I can't. It's not the same as angel food cake,
right?
You know that.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so now I'm sitting here with 2 things of this white cake, and this fucking cherry pie filling, and I can't even do the thing. But my point here is, what the fuck is happening with angel food cake? What is it? The big get? Like why can't I get it anyway? Did they ban it with like ARs or something? But what's happening? What big cake is taking it? What's happening?
Well, I just looked briefly. You can get it at Walmart, so maybe try there. But I'm going to tell you, I think your problem is because it's a difficult cake to make.
So that's why they don't sell it.
It's probably not a hot seller because it requires a special pan.
That's the lady said. The lady said I could do it into muffin pans. You shitbag. What are you talking about?
I'm just saying angel food cake in general. Maybe it turns into some other kind of nonsense, but
it's only water, the mix. You mix it all up, then you take your pie filling that comes out of the can, pour it in there, you mix it up. Look it up right now, Jen. Can you pull up, or if you have something you want to say, I'll try to go to YouTube on my thing and I'll share my screen if I have to. But just put in, just like I said, angel food cake, pie filling mix, and you'll see her. This viral recipe will come up.
Yeah, and I don't think it's necessarily like a it has the ingredients is what makes it difficult. It's the procedure that makes it difficult. There's not a lot of ingredients in meth, but the procedure is somewhat difficult.
No, but it's water in the mix is what I'm trying to say to you. And again, I feel like sometimes you just try to like poo-poo me.
I know
you get mad when I say that, but I even since you told me that you would never do that, like there's a couple of times you keep doing it to me. Like I don't how it's water and thing. And I never heard anybody else say that. I'm not saying you're wrong. But how do you come up with that?
Because number one, because I've
Is it
made
known?
angel food cake. And it can
Oh,
be,
and you can pull it off, but I can't? Who are
I-
you? That I'm
I
kidding. That's
didn't.
false.
It didn't come out very well at all because
Well, maybe
it's
you just stink at making cakes. Is that maybe that's the thing?
I mean, again, now who's poo-pooing? Now who?
No, me.
Who you?
I'm repooping. Is what I'm doing.
This is insane. Go to that cherry angel food cake thing right there, honey.
Yeah, that's it. That's it, honey.
Scroll
There you
down.
go.
Angel
You scroll
food cake
down.
icebox. No, cherry angel food cake right there.
Yeah, click on that.
Right.
Put it up on the screen. Share the screen.
Oh yeah, we got to talk about that too.
Strength of a million men. She's doing it. Look at her. She's a woman. She can't do it.
Yeah, and again,
Rex will have to do it. He's a man. He's got strength and power and the knowledge. Sorry. He's humiliating her. Sorry.
I'm not saying that you can't mix it and cook it and present something that tastes fine. I'm saying
well, what do you want it to do? Win in a fucking award?
No, just like we were talking about
Jesus
display,
Christ.
there is it's a temperature thing, it's a pan thing, because otherwise it
Yeah,
collapses.
350 for 40 minutes or whatever. I mean,
How about we do this? How about you attempt it?
Are we having a
come back
bake-off? Wait a minute. Are you challenging me to a bake-off, nigga?
Maybe I am. I'm going to take off my oven glove and smack you in the face with it.
Like a duel. Take
Yeah.
back. Take 10 steps back and draw your spatula, shitbag. First of all,
All right,
what are we,
so-
two queers? I'm not
Let's
having a
take a
bake-off
look.
just because I'm a man. Never do it. Okay, see that? Look at this.
Yep.
Look at this. Hold on. Look at this. Look at this lady. She's stirring until blended. Poured into a greased pan, nigga. Look at this. Look at this. 350 for 30, 35 minutes. Oh, hi. How you doing? Oh, hello. Boom. What's up? Now who's eating good food? Easily done. At least for me. No, I think I can do it too. I mean,
I think
come
you
on.
can do that for sure.
Okay, so why, okay, so what are you upset? Oh, I'm sorry. Were you missing? Did you perceive it to be a different type of outcome at the end?
No, I was
And
thinking you were actually making like an angel food cake to where it's an angel food cake product. Because to make an angel food cake in a classic angel food cake is a somewhat intermediate, and I'm using that just to make you feel good, level of a baking thing, because it can collapse if it's not temperatured right, if you're not using the right pan. There's a lot of things that, as far as using specifically angel food cake, if you're going to use that to make some sort of a bastard cherry thing, I'm sure you'll be fine.
Okay, let me address a few things here, and then we need to move on. But listen,
Yeah.
you have poisoned the well with your argument right there so horribly, and here's why. I never once said to you, I'm making angel food cake. I never said that to you. I made it very clear, hey, I'm taking angel food cake mix and this cherry pie filling, and it's just water in the mix and cherry pie filling, and mixing it together and baking it. Who the fuck came up with the what? Oh, Rex, I'm going against the local church. I'm going up against a few of these older ladies at the bake sale. You know what I'm saying? I'm sick of Gladys Perkins taking it the last 4 years. This year's my year. I'm going angel food cake, and you're my friend. They're going, oh, buddy, let's go maybe brownies. Let's take that's not what happened here. But you're you're selling that I'm rolling around telling people I can make angel food cakes.
Well, here's the thing.
I'm sick and tired of your fucking rhetoric and your hyperbole and your ad hom, to be perfectly honest with you.
I want nothing but success for you, is really the deal. I like you to be
of course,
successful.
it makes you sleep at night.
Whatever. So when you said,
but what you think you want, but what you think I can do is where we
well,
is
again, when you said angel food cake, you had mentioned angel food cake to me as I was driving and partially listening. My fault, I'll say. I just know that angel food cake is one of the harder cakes to make.
And you wanted to make sure you let everybody know your knowledge on the cake. Hey, let me tell you something, everybody. Okay? There's nothing he doesn't know about cakes, snakes, and automobiles. We should actually do a movie. Cakes, snakes, and automobiles. You in?
No snakes on an automobile?
Boom. Snakes on an automobile. Snakes on a train. All right. So
Gotta get
I
these
don't like.
fucking snakes off the goddamn train.
Yeah.
So anyway,
the angel food cake. Sorry.
Angel food cake requires meticulous attention to detail, especially ensuring absolutely no grease or yolk gets into the egg whites and cooling the cake upside down. It's more about precision than complex steps. That was all I was saying. But since you're not doing that and you're doing it, you'll be fine. You'll do great. I'm sure it'll be tasty.
Well, I'm glad you had to make sure everybody knew that you had to verify your sauce. You know what I mean?
Well, again, you have a tendency not to believe what I'm saying unless I pull it up on some kind of an internet thing. So I just wanted to assure the audience and you that I'm not just blowing smoke, as they say.
Yeah, all I have to do, as the scriptures are to Muhammad, is what Michael Knowles is to you.
I'm lost.
He confirms you. You know what I'm saying? Like, never mind. Again, when it's hurtful to you, you don't want to laugh it up and egg me on.
To be honest, I just don't know what we're talking about.
Oh, you just violated the contract anyway. Paragraph 3 says you must force laugh. So you might want to look into that or get your lawyer to make some ink that up for next for the re-sign.
I'll see what I can do.
Well, don't. Then it doesn't matter. You just lost 25 grand. So enjoy. At least the 7 that comes from you know who's. Yeah, you're losing your half. You see? I knew
I have 2 things for you, then we can move on. So I've been trying, and again, maybe because it's forced or whatever, but I've been trying to incorporate the strongman into my subconscious. Unfortunately, his voice is different in my head.
Oh, you can't.
I understand. This is maybe why we can't skip down this path together.
Well, I'm sorry for you. I'm sorry for you on that.
I understand. The problem is that the voice in my head is a little bit more Arabic.
Definitely. No, it is.
You have a very Americanized Muslim in your head.
No, my guy he definitely has a little bit. He speaks fluent Arabic. My guy, fluent. I just maybe he just doesn't come out as right, but like, are you really?
Mine is more like this. You know what I mean? It has more of like a Turkish kind of a thing.
Yeah, no, you're making him too much like dot Indian.
No, that's not the case. It's more of like what the hell was that guy's name from the WWF? There, Iron Sheik.
Iron Sheik, yeah.
Yeah, it's more down that line, and to me, he's more condescending and diminutive to me rather than assuring and assertive. Like he tells me that I can't do things, as yours tells you that you can.
Well, he does it in a way that like like you humiliate him, but because he knows he has no choice, or he'll be humiliated, and he can't have that.
Right. Mine's more like, you suck at this, you fag pussy. See, it's different. It talks down.
Yours is hack. But anyway,
I'm just saying that's where that's the guy in my head talking to me.
Okay. I feel it lacks originality, but that's fine.
I find yours to be very entertaining. So we'll just stick with that. And
Johnny humiliates me.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
He's a coward.
So the second thing that I have an issue with on you,
okay,
is that you call your parents by their first names.
To other people.
Yeah, that's just inappropriate, in my opinion.
And not okay. Well, I'll okay. Thanks for sharing.
Again, it's fine. But I don't think that the man upstairs is going to be okay with it. But do what you got to do. It's fine.
I didn't listen. I don't even really know Like I may say like, BK or something like that to you, or Bobby K, like or something. You know what I mean? But it is.
But I mean, the fact, I mean, maybe it's just because their names are Fitzy and Mitzi, and it's fun to say that, that might play a role into it. But
But my grandmother's on both sides. My grandmother on my dad's side was Chicky, and my grandmother on my mom's side was Kitty. Catherine was Kitty, and then Teresa was Chicky.
now, did your parents call their parents by their first name?
No, and I don't either. You are so holy shit. Like you are so just putting out the truth. I might flag you for misleading information or like misinformation. That's not the case. Maybe have I done that prior? Sure. But as a rule, or it's oh no, that's his thing. You're fucking insane. Just for the record.
Okay, well, I can only go off of our interactions, and it's always been a first name basis when you're referring to your parents to me.
Okay, well, maybe I don't want to say like, oh, I don't know if mommy or daddy's going to be around tonight.
What
do you want to say?
Daddy. Now you're breaking a straw man. You shouldn't do that if you're going to try to bolster your side. Just say you could be like, I was hanging out with my dad. It's usually I'm hanging out with whatever his name is.
DK, yeah.
All right.
Yeah, I don't care if people know their names. What are they going to do?
Well, I don't know.
I'm already going to get, already have numerous Muslim and Dawa boys that want me to
so
slow death in hell. Or like, oh, curse me. Yeah, oh, curse me. Like they just want Allah. They'd have Allah curse me.
Brutal.
And they'll say something like they want like they'll say like if they curse you, they'll be like they curse you like to get your back broken. They say shit like that. They're terrible people. Terrible.
So it's not like I wish you were dead. It's more like I wish you had a hangnail.
Yeah, that, but 10 times worse. You know what I mean?
Like 10 hangnails.
Yeah, like, no gout. Like I go blind, so like or deaf. Like they're like they're ruthless type of cats. When they're gonna curse you, you know what I'm saying? They go in like they don't want you dead. They want you they want you maimed or some shit. Which is always fun. It's a great religion.
So
great religion.
If it's okay with you, I'd like to for you to maybe talk about your little thing that happened with you. Was it yesterday?
Yeah.
That you had an issue with. Because I think it sort of speaks to a broader issue that we have in society, and we don't have the video today, right? But we'll have it for the next show, hopefully.
Yeah, I should have. I'm saying I have the video, but I don't have the video on me. It was actually I never asked it to be sent to my phone, but I will get it and I'll send it to you and we'll play it next time. So my girl was coming home from work and she's like, hey, whatever, we're gonna figure out dinner, come by. Okay. So I get there and I'm sitting out in the patio and relaxing, and the neighbor, who I know really well, a cool guy, I don't want to, I just outed him. Fuck. He doesn't care. He doesn't give a shit. But anyway,
he's the only cool guy in your place?
What's up?
Because he's the only coal guy in your place?
He's not it's my girl. It's my girl's place, but I don't even know what you mean by that. What he's? What do you mean the only cool?
You're like, I outed him. All you said is he's a cool guy. Like,
yeah, no. No, I mean, like, I didn't. I don't know if he cares that he's the one that gave me all the info. But it was, I mean, I have a ring cam as well there, so it's not like it would have been seen that way. But anyway, so he's like, hey, calls me over. He's like, I gotta show you something, and he pulls out his phone. And he pops up a video and it's of me masturbating. And I'm like, holy cow. No.
Yeah.
No. So I'm like, you too? So he shows me this video. He's like, for real. So I'm like, he's like, oh, look at this. And behind my girl's house and to the left, in between the two buildings, there's like this grassy area. And this one dude, he's kind of creepy. When we find out he is creepy, he always walks his dog in between there. And I was like, we've been out there hanging and stuff, and like, he kind of like, you could see him glance in or maybe walk a little closer to the screen area. If we're sitting in the living room, there's a window that goes off to that side area as well. You can see him walking dog, you can kind of see him glance in for sure. But creepy, yeah, but it is what it is. you just glance in, maybe. I don't know. I don't have a problem with it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If the window's wide open, as far as shades go, you for the most part, you don't have any expectation of privacy. You know what I'm saying? Even though it is your home, I think again, point is, I didn't think anything of it. So when he calls me over, he shows me this video, and it's the fucking creepy neighbor, and he walks over to the screen first, and he did binocular hands, like he did binocular hands, like he put it, and in the screen, then comes around to the front, dips in again, gazing into the fucking I'm like, my ears, fucking smoke started fucking coming out of my ears. My neck got hot. I'm like, fuck that. I'm like, brother, do you mind? Can I go? I'm like, I'm not gonna even say it's you. He's like, I don't care, whatever. I'm like, beautiful, thank you, bro. And we're talking crystal clear video, like
So-
crystal.
Now you said that he was horse blind. He was horse blinder into the screen. Was there a window involved too, or was it just a screen porch?
Just a screen porch at that point, but he had like he was gazing into the window first, but then because it's like it's parallel to where the screen is. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So but the heavier gazes like where he binocular hands.
Yeah.
He was more to the screen. And again, I know for a fact. Well, so so now I'm fucking hot, right? So I go over and I say to my chick, I'm like, yo, I'm like, listen, here's the situation. She's like, oh fuck. She's like, I'm like, do you mind? Can I go say something? She's like, yes. I'm like, so I said, all right. It took a minute. Calm down, because I didn't feel like going to jail for the night for assault. You know what I mean? Whether it be $250 and I'm out in an hour, I don't need that in my life, right? So I'm like, calm down. All right, boom. I roll over, pop, 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 knock on the door. I see me. He kind of peeks over. He's like, he walks out. Oh, hey. I'm like, do you know who I am? He looks at me and goes, he's like kind of smiling. He's like, I think so. I go, yeah, my girl lives right there. I go, let me ask you something. I go, how about, yeah. So I go, do you have any fucking idea why I'm here to see you right now? Do you have any fucking idea why I'm here?
To watch you masturbate.
Correct. And so he's like, and he kind of like opens the screen door. I'm like, matter of fact, I'm like, do me a favor, come out over here, because about 5 feet is where the parking lot is. You know what I mean? Yeah. It's like a very small, and I didn't want to in my head because now I tried to stay really calm, but I felt myself getting heated, and if he popped off in any way, there was going to be a problem, and I didn't want there to be in any way, and I was almost hoping that I was able to get out what I had to get out and not have to kill him or beat him bad, So I'm like, if that does happen, I don't want to be on his property. I would rather be in the parking lot area. I didn't want him to be like, oh, it's on my property with self-defense. No, you know what I mean? So anyway, so he walks a few feet and he's like, oh, what's going on? What's going on? I go, so you're going to tell me you have no fucking idea why I'm here to see you? No, I don't. I go, let me ask you this. I go, what if I told you I have a video of you looking into my girl's screen and peering into her windows? I go, are you going to call me a fucking liar? He goes, I go, do I have that video of you on my phone right now? Do I? No. You have one chance. If you tell me the truth, that's it. I give you the warning. It never happens again. We're done. I go, if you lie to me, there's going to be a problem. Do I have a video of you looking into my girl's window and into her screen? When I said that, his face, Rex, I watched, it was like a movie. I watched him go white. The soul just came out of him. He was like, I'm fucked. I am fucked. So he goes, yeah. I go, he goes, but I go, shh, don't fucking tell me why. I said, don't tell me why. I don't want to hear a fucking thing. He's like, oh, I'm sorry. And he went to shake my hand. I go, don't shake my fucking hand. Don't tell me I'm sorry. I said, if this happens one more time, you will not see me coming next time. I promise you. One more time. And I walk, as I'm walking away, he goes, "Oh, can I still walk my dog over there?" I go, "I don't give a fuck what you do." I go, I go, "You can do whatever the fuck you want." I go, "Don't be a fucking creep." You know what I mean? And then I walk back to my thing, but, and you know, whatever. But I was so hot. I was so fucking upset because, like, how dare you make somebody that I care about feel uncomfortable in their own home? This is their home.
Yeah.
Like, that's number one. That it's not right to do, but you know, and not for nothing, like you know how fucked he realized he was when he at the first the whole do you know who I am? He wasn't really nervous because he had a smile, so he's like I and then it was then do you know why I'm fucking here to see you right now? Why would I be here to see you right now? And you can see his wheels are turning.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? When I said, "Do I have a fucking video of you?" That's when it was.
Yeah.
He knew he was fucked at that point.
He's like,
because what?
He's like,
What are you gonna do?
He's like, "Is that nigga from Copperhead Road? Maybe?
Yeah.
Is that? I could have sworn. Maybe I saw him."
yeah, bro. He realized, like, I'm fucked. Like, what if I can go to the police again? I don't know what the legalities are. Maybe he'd be fine, but it wouldn't look good for him. I can go to every one of your neighbors and show them the video and let them decide what they think of you. You know what I'm saying? I could fucking beat the fuck out of you right now. You know what I'm saying? There's so many different options that could have happened for you. You know what I mean? And I felt, because I wasn't, this wasn't like an old school me, younger me. Like, anybody who knows me, if they hear in this story, like, they'd be like, "What the fuck? You didn't do anything?" Like, I'm a snapper. You know what I'm saying? As far as if I'm there, it's on. I can't help that. You know what I'm saying? Because again, it's kind of what it's almost what we're going to talk about. Like, I don't, at that point I snap. I don't think of consequences at all. And then afterwards I'm like, "Oh, fuck." You know what I mean? So I was able to not do that anymore. I think obviously just getting older and I really got myself to where I'm like, I can't let that happen. So I didn't do it for tough guy shit. I did it because people need to have consequences. And like I said, he got off with a very fair consequence. Yeah. He got off with a very fair consequence. Me beating the fuck out of him, killing him, or him being arrested or something, or like, those are serious consequences for what? Because he thought what he didn't think he can get caught. So my point is, like, he got a very, when you do things and you roll through life making these choices and decisions, the most minute decision that you make could hold the highest consequences, you know, and you're going to get deeper into that. But I think that's where you wanted me to go, right? I mean,
yeah. And you know, the fact is, and I'm sure you'll agree, it's probably not the first time he did it. It's probably not only that particular house. He's probably gotten accustomed to doing this, at least here, maybe other places, and has sort of lulled himself into a false sense of security that this is my routine as I go over and, you know, take the dog out, use that as an excuse, whatever. You know, and probably, you know, maybe early on, maybe his first or second time, he probably did contemplate the consequences of his actions. And he's like, well, you know, this is, you know, devious.
Or maybe a couple of close calls, you know what I'm saying? Who scared the fuck out of him. And he was like, oh, and it made him think this out. Maybe for a week, he didn't do it again, you know?
Right.
Or something.
You know,
again,
but
Rexy, before you finish, you know, I can tell you this, it won't happen again, but not because he was scared of me, because of the video aspect. That's the only reason why it won't happen again. You know what I mean? I'm not even trying to throw it like, oh, you're so scared. He was, but that's not why he wouldn't do it.
Yeah, and that's what you certainly hope. You know, people are stupid. You know, again, there's countless people who have committed the same crime over and over again. I mean, just look at like the creep catchers and stuff where, they meet the guy and then the next episode, they're right back in the same situation with the same freaking creep catcher guy. So,
but then you say to yourself, well, the guy was trying to fuck a child, so I guess he's not the best judgment maker. I mean, not the best decision maker. Piece of shit.
But there are a lot of things that should apply a break to this long before it even gets to that. There's obviously like you said, the personal consequence. You have no idea what's going to go on. You could peek into somebody who, is cleaning their rifle at that point, and you get blown out of the fucking screen door. There's the personal,
especially in Florida.
Savior. Exactly. You have the break of, well, even not your personal safety, you got your family. You don't want your family to find out, or if you're the main source of income.
By the way, his wife or his daughter was there, and that's why he initially opened the thing. Remember, I said he opened the screen a little bit.
Yeah,
and I said, you know what? Matter of fact, I said, and that's what made me say to him, go to the parking lot a little bit. But I think he was trying to, because when he heard me get a little bit saucy, I think he panicked because it's like, oh shit, like when I said, do you have any idea why I'm here? Is exactly when the door opened. If I that's exactly actually what happened. So you're right. Like, you don't want people to find that shit out.
Right. You have your fear of self-protection. You got a fear of family. You got a fear of friends, them finding out, neighbors and things like that. That's another break. You have the fear of God. This is obviously a sin. And if you have a healthy fear of God or truly believe that there is a heaven and hell, this is not something that you want to do. You would have that break in place. And then fear of actual repercussions of a cop or fines or going to class. There are many
from embarrassment to being killed is your spectrum, right? I mean,
there are a lot of things that should stop somebody from doing a mildly inappropriate thing to a majorly inappropriate thing to something that's legally wrong to something that genuinely puts your life in danger.
And that was a great distinction as far as legally and morally, because again, in some states you can date if you're 50, you can date a 17-year-old or an 18-year-old. If you do that, you're a piece of shit. Like, you're disgusting. And
leave me out of this. This has nothing to do with me.
No, but you know what we're talking. Yeah. And my point is to drive home. Like, there's the moral end of it. So like, you can tell me how it's legal all you want. You're a piece of shit. You're fucking. You're. Yeah. So good.
So and it's certainly a growing situation of a lot of these crimes that are committed. The Charlie Kirk thing. There should have been a lot of breaks.
What happened there? The Charlie Kirk thing. Wait, what happened there? Is he okay? Good.
There's a lot of these crimes that are happening that seem to be crazy. George Floyd is another one where, he obviously had many instances where he had ran with the law. He had got off free. He attempted to rob, and I think he committed assault and battery on an ex-girlfriend.
Who was pregnant?
The day he was killed, he was, super, and most people say a lethal dose of fentanyl, among other things. He had tried to pass off a fake bill. He resisted arrest. He
and again, we're not trying to we're not even, all of these things saying isn't justification of a death of somebody, but this is just the reality of a consequence. So, and again, don't get me wrong, I do think, but that's not even the point. Is what I'm trying to keep us on track, because I don't want people's emotions to fall into the bigger picture here. You know what I'm saying? This isn't about one thing or another. I'm not saying that you're saying that. I actually, was going to kind of make a preface about something when we go into this. So, but God,
the probability of severe consequences becomes larger and larger the closer and closer you get to something that's dangerous. If you're not in a zoo, you're probably never going to be attacked by a tiger. ever. If you walk into a zoo, it probably goes up a little bit. If you lean on the rail, it goes up a little bit. If you get on top of the rail, it goes up a little bit. If you fall into the pit, it goes up a little bit. If you start poking the tiger in the face with your finger, you're probably going to get bit by the tiger. So,
right. And or at the least, and again, maybe not lose the finger, but possibly, but everything from lose the finger to and bleed out and die. You know what I'm saying? To actually just maybe getting a little cut. So but again, that spectrum. And I'll give you two quick ones. One for as a dad too. So my biggest fear of a lot of times with my kids, and I've made it so clear to them, this type of a premise as far as like always think about the consequences of what could, not even the probability of what's going to happen, like the what if situation, because again, and then you always tell them about the you're in a car, whatever, you're hanging around somebody that's a piece of shit. They rob a bank, they jump in, or they rob a store, jump in the car, they peel out, nothing about it, you're still accessory to a crime type of thing. Moral of the story, don't hang out with people that would morally or in any way ever do something like that. Would you do it? No. Would you be mad at them if they did? Yes. If you were aware of it, so what I'm saying, things like that, right? But I have something that happened to me, and we actually spoke about it. You maybe not remember, but we spoke about it on the Red Show, where I actually back in when I was a kid, it was still in high school as a senior. I had rioting charges that almost got brought up against me, that was hovering over me. Do you remember the story I told you guys? And I
don't, but as a matter of fact, I have a very similar story of the same thing. So,
well, if you remember on the show, and you can do it again now, I had our producer Scramble. I had him before the show pull up the news article because it was in the news,
right?
If you remember, and I had him pull up the news article about my high school. We all jumped in I had a van at the time, so we legitimately packed. Again, the last guy ran and jumped in, and we closed the sliding door like to fit him. And when we were driving to this other high school, the van, it was going like this. The van was kind of veering back and forth. The suspension was just all fucked up. It was so fucking packed. We rolled up at another school, and just because we knew where they would all be. You know what I mean? And these guys were tough guys too. They were no slouches, like so, and so much so that we roll up right with my van, probably 15 guys. Then we had like 5 or 6 carloads just tailing. We roll up onto their territory, bust out of the van. We just attack them. These motherfuckers were so ready. Okay, somebody definitely leaked. Yep. They dipped around the corner of the school in the bushes. I see it. I watch it. Boom, pulling out bats. Boom, chains. Fucking just all these weapons they had stashed in bushes around the fucking area where they would chill. And fucking it was on. It was like fucking the outsiders. You know what I mean? Then all of a sudden, this one dude, I'm not going to name his name, he came rolling in with a fucking his car, like rolling through a thing. Boom! He had like a little truck actually. Boom! Fucking hit this one dude. Didn't kill him or anything, but you know what I mean? Like just went through the crowd like bah, 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 bah. It was crazy. Yeah, it was fucking crazy. But the concept, like that's. Anybody who was there, anybody and everybody who was with us, whatever role they played in it, like it was a problem. You know what I mean? Like that, we ended up getting out of it for a lot of different reasons. I think 2 people kind of maybe got pinched for something. But there wasn't enough evidence to prove anything at that time.
So in your head previously, how did you think it was going to go?
That how cool it's going to be when we go fuck these dudes up on their own territory. It's all I thought about.
Yeah.
0 consequences. 0. I was so happy. And I thought it was so cool how we were rolling so fucking deep. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's all I thought about, which is it's a shame.
And again, I'm not going to go into my story. Very similar story too. But it got stopped by officials prior to any violence happening. But it was, the one guy took off to go throw away the gun in the bushes, and he had to get called back, and we got trespassing charges, things or whatever. But yeah, obviously, on your way there, you're just, you're pumping some Mob Deep or something like that, just thinking how awesome it is that you're smoking a blunt going to, tough talk some guys or whatever, and maybe throw hands, and then all of a sudden reality comes, and it's not nearly as cool as you thought it was going to be.
Yeah, no, I for sure. Especially again, like it was as cool as I thought it was going to be. Like as it was happening, to be honest with you, because like there was no talking. Like it was like we just rolled the fuck up, van doors open, got thrown in a park, and we just everybody just booking towards their little field. Them going, oh fucking show shit, and you see everybody them scattered. We like I said, we were like 30 deep in their school. Don't get me wrong, they had like 15 people outside, and oh boy, did people come back. Out of nowhere, people came. There's one thing about that school. It's called Valley Stream North. They stayed together. Like you know what I mean? Like the jocks would fight with the dirtbags that would fight with the wiggers that would fight with the black dudes that, like they all stuck together as a school. But anyway, the point of all this is like, you don't think of the consequences. And I think that's something that needs to be a little bit more, in the forefront of people's minds, especially in today's times, even though I was going back 30, who am I kidding? I'm sorry. I was going back 32 years, you know what I mean? When this happened, and it was a lot. Like there was nobody with guns. It was box cutters and bats and like, shit to, fists. But anyway,
pomade cans and socks. What was it? 1957? Box cutters and chains and bats and
yeah. And there was the chains were basically just like those those thick chains with with a bike lock on it. That was that I know that because that was the first thing I saw was the dude running back at me with that. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, oh fuck.
Yeah.
But anyway, my point to all this is, and this is what I wanted to preface before we get into this. So, and it's a shame that I have to say this, but because we do have a fairly large reach, and I want to make sure that this is clear. And again, it's a shame that I have to say this. There's two tragedies I see, and I really am not happy in any way about it. It really bothers me. One, somebody got killed. Two, somebody had to pull a trigger. What they thought, I would have to assume, thought they were doing the right thing. They're not responsible for a life. So between the person who got murdered, and I'm not putting weight to one or the other, which is more that you can decide that on your own, people. But what and whether it was right or wrong, you can decide that on your own. I don't care as far as that's for you to parse out. You know what I'm saying? But the main thing is that it's a tragedy that somebody was killed. It's a tragedy that somebody is now put in a position where they had to kill someone. So with that being said, I think that's a great way for you to kind of pop on, maybe the overlay or whatever it is that you want to kind of get in. Because we're obviously talking about the Minnesota shooting with the ICE agents. And again, it's not helping their cause in any way either. But I would hope that it also opens the eyes of protesters and people, and I say protesters with quote unquote and very light. But if you're an agitator, right? What happens when you agitate someone, and why do you agitate someone? Because you want to get a reaction from them. Well, as we've stated 10 times, you've got your reaction. You pray to God all the time. It's the least, but this is one time where it was not.
Right. And this is again a situation where this individual was given either through family and friend connection, social media, regular media, crowd, a false sense of a license to do what she was doing. There was again situations where I guess this is not the first incident. I'm not sure if it was not the first incident like throughout days or if it was just this day. That she was harassing ICE agents the entire time. And, sort of to her credit, the ICE agents allowing it to go throughout the whole day doesn't help her sort of, well, I can get away with it. I've been getting away with it since 8 o'clock this morning. Why can't I keep doing it?
It's such a great point to still push on to your main topic of the consequences that of the actions of the ICE agents that they didn't take earlier and cull this before it got to this point. Again, is something that they need to think about, and not they meaning even the ICE agents, just every individual in every situation needs to start thinking about consequences. And
Right.
this woman, she made a lot of poor choices, and she paid the price dearly.
Yeah, and you can also identify with the ICE situation. You don't want to, no pun intended, jump the gun and do something early. You have, you obviously you do have the capacity of thinking of family, friends, your job, going to prison for life. You don't want to, you want to be as lenient as you can.
Yeah.
But I think this probably could have been stopped a whole lot sooner. I don't know if you know this, but she has kids, or she had kids. The kids are still, whatever. She was twice married and now with a woman in a lesbian relationship. There is significant information out there that the woman standing behind the SUV was her lover, and was screaming and filming from a different angle. So even here at this point now, where she's perpendicular in the road, she has the opportunity to comply. Even right now, I don't think that she's very scared. She still has her window down. She's still yelling at the ICE officers. I don't think that that she really had any sort of fear going until the ICE, and it happens a lot where
when did she transform herself into a black man?
You're right. That's exactly what I was going to say. It's the same thing where I'm not going to roll the window down. I'm not going to roll the window down. Crash, and then it happens. I think the point that she panicked wasn't even when she had put it in reverse, because even in reverse, if she had made the decision to, I want to comply and get out of the way, she could have left in reverse, got out. All she had to do was back up 3 or 4 feet. ICE agents could have got around and whatever. I think when she panicked was when it went into drive, and I don't know why she has a column shift, but she does in this scenario. And I don't think that she, and a lot of pundits are panicking, she intentionally meant to hit the ICE agent. I don't think that's the case. But unfortunately,
I told you before, I still have not seen the full footage. I have not followed this story a lot. I'm going strictly on a logical sense. I have I can't tell you. If you said to me, no, watch the video footage, you're going to see she guns it at the police officer, or you go, hey, Footer, look, she doesn't even come close, whatever. Like, I have no clue. I saw the footage that you posted of that little short.
Yeah, I don't think she was looking forward. I think she was looking at the cop that was trying to get her door open. Again, that's all irrelevant. When there is an ICE officer standing in front of your vehicle with guns drawn, and the first bullet goes through the windshield, that does give some implication that the guy was standing in front of you. The vehicle did make contact. I don't think that was her intent. He had no ability to know which way the tire was turned. You're standing in front of a vehicle, you can't see where the tire is. And a person's gunning the motor and the vehicle's in front of you. That this is going to be everybody's reaction. I don't think that the ICE officer did anything else than what anybody would do in that situation. You could make the argument he could have got out of the way and let her go, but now you're also inviting, okay, now there's a high-speed chase of a woman going through a panicked area with immigrants running around. That could have also caused an issue to go wrong. So, when you lay out the fault, if you're going to apply a fault line at, 30, 70, 60, 40, 50, 50, the vast majority of the fault is on her. Now, did she deserve to die? Of course not. She wasn't a violent person. But you can't be surprised when you do these kind of things. Now, conversely, this is exactly why I didn't get all up in arms with the Ashley Babbitt thing. Now, did Ashley Babbitt deserve to die in the January 6th Capitol riots? No. Is it surprising that somebody got shot when you're invading a space and you have cops on the other side? And again, I don't think the guy meant to shoot. He was a fucking idiot. He probably just pulled the trigger and hit somebody. Horrible situation that Ashley Babbitt got shot. Horrible situation that this woman got shot.
Can I say one thing about
surprising?
Yeah, the only difference or space I'll put with the Ashley Babbitt thing is that she didn't have it wasn't like she just decided to go there. You know what I mean? That was her job, so she had to be there. It is the only difference. You know what I'm saying? But
Right.
otherwise, right. But I know your point is well taken. I'm just saying
Right.
to be consistent. That's the only difference. Like it makes it, this lady, again, the poor choices that led her here, were what got it to where we are. And I guess you could say the same thing for the police officer. If you, like Rex said earlier, if they made if they didn't take care of their due diligence and deal with the situation the right way right off the bat, then I guess you can say the same for him. But I don't know. Like I said, I really didn't see it yet. I know it's all over the place. I've seen it. I could have clicked on it 1,000 times. I have not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And again, you could make the argument either way. There's certainly a lot of bad decisions were made. I would say most of them on her part. And that's another part of this story that apparently has come out recently is that supposedly, allegedly, the ICE officer that fired was in a previous incident where he was in the same situation and got dragged 300 feet by somebody fleeing the situation and ended up with like 35 stitches in the hospital for a while. So
it doesn't excuse him, but makes perfect sense and is 100% understandable.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Obviously not an excuse, because if it was a problem, then he shouldn't have been on the job, and this should have been, it should have been, handled if he was having an issue where he was going to be a little, gun aggressive or whatever. With that being said, I don't know if that's the case either. So meaning that he was trigger happy. Again, have not seen it. My biggest issue isn't even with a fault, because that's not even the story that we're covering, or talking about. It's about, and I think we did a great job of applying it to both parties. And we're consistent by saying, again, we need to start as a society to look at the decisions we're making. And then also, let's be realistic about the agenda of choices that we make. For example, all the protests that are going on and all the things going on, are you going there to peacefully protest because you have strong feelings about something and you want to get that point known, or is this a business? And I say not just the business in the formal sense, but is this an agenda driven play almost? You know what I'm saying? Is it and the agenda is to cause a nuisance? Because protests aren't always to cause a nuisance. They shouldn't be. They should be to stand up for something that you believe in and get your word heard, and get your voice out there, and maybe make a difference. Because when people get together and protest, it's sending a clear message that there's a majority of people. And usually I think it would probably be originally to have like the constituents of a certain place, you know what I'm saying, protest somewhere to let their elected leaders know this is how we feel. You know what I mean? And maybe it would get the elected leaders to kind of wake up to a certain situation. Going to something because there's this agenda-driven ideology or this flatlined, I'm making this up, Trump's doing it, it's bad. You know what I'm saying?
And I think that the vast majority of this is it's the topic du jour. Doesn't really matter what it is.
Right. And it goes the same way. Right. You understand? And it goes the same way with Trump the best. And then all of a sudden, no matter what decision he makes, oh my God, they don't allow this, that, and then the right is up in arms about something. You know what I'm saying? Now, obviously, I want to say, well, the difference between the two is there's a stark difference about how two things go, how they go about doing things. And I do believe that. With that being said, somebody's going to go, oh, what about January 6th? Okay. So I don't even want to open up that can of worms and go back and forth. You know what I mean?
Right.
But my point is, this is a problem that we need to start to think about, or we're going to continue. Look, these protesters are there to divide. Bottom line, and sure. There's foreign entities that are involved with funding this. There's domestic people that are involved in funding this. This is big business. You know what I mean? And it's all based on political agendas and echo chambers that people, get involved in, driven by social media, whether it's underground or put out there in social media. And people are, as I said it with the Candace people, the majority of people are too dumb. You know what I mean? To comprehend when they're being fed a bunch of bullshit. Stick to your convictions. You know what I mean? But filter out the horse shit. And people muddy the water so much that it's hard for them to do that. So.
Yeah, and you're going to see a lot of it this year. It's obviously an election year. The Summer of Love was a big, win for the left. The George Floyd riots and so I would venture to say you're probably going to see quite a bit of this year. The one thing, and again, I completely can't get down to this, but the White House allegedly made a promo video regarding the ICE agents on this. And here is that video.
Probably like a humbling.
And now, if you don't know, now you know.
Who shot you? Separate the weak from the opsa. Leap hard to creep them Brooklyn streets. It's on, nigga. Fuck all that bickering beat.
Unreal. Just inappropriate by every measure.
Yeah, but I'll tell you, is there anything cooler than slow motion walking with Biggie Smalls playing in the background? Nothing.
And can people stop? And again, I know this is like a 30-year-old thing, but like there is no fucking comparison between Biggie and Tupac. Tupac was fucking terrible.
I'm not going to say that because not because I'm scared to, because I don't feel that way. But without a doubt, Biggie over Tupac all day. I mean, it's not even. I can't even. Again, Biggie to me is a 9, and Tupac would be a 7. Like that's how
I mean, Tupac was a theater kid. Didn't really actually believe in it. He was a dance kid and didn't write any of his lyrics. And I don't even think
the writing any of his lyrics things. I'm sorry. I don't believe that's true. He didn't have ghostwriters for all the songs.
And I don't believe he wrote hardly any of his stuff. But
I'm just gonna say this is Footer talking. I vehemently disagree. You can look it up and find out now. You got a lot. Jay-Z got a lot of shit written for him. Dr. Dre has pretty much all of his shit written for him. You know what I mean? But anyway.
But I guess my point is that what did Tupac actually bring to the table other than Flash? Especially comparing him to Biggie.
And again, I'm not like angry or like I'm not stumping for Biggie, or for Tupac. But, yeah. You know, it's very hard for you to minimize Tupac's legacy in hip hop. You know what I'm saying? And again, I'm sorry, I don't want to fight with you over this. I don't care enough. If you like, you know what I mean? I just couldn't tell you. I mean, he's an important figure. Whoa, I said figure in hip hop.
Oh,
you know what I mean? He just is. You could say you do not like him at all, and that's fine. But you know, it's like saying that, you know, I hate the Yankees more than anything in the world, but I don't say their franchise is terrible. You know what I mean? Is my point. But anyway.
But I mean, like you can. Man, we don't have to.
No, you're 100% right. Tupac sucks. Go
on. Again, my point is that the comparison there is none. You know, Biggie was miles and miles better.
And if any of you feel differently, you're clearly wrong and stupid. Just so you know. Fuck, man, you're unbelievable. But let me. Whoa, we didn't even do the.
Do the what?
I don't know. I was so misled. I thought we were just getting going on the show. I thought we had the whole Minnesota story to do. I'm being serious. I was just buckling in.
Well, that's your. You've already gone down the road. Look, this is exactly what I'm talking about. Taking consequence. We've gone 14 miles down the highway, and you haven't even put your seatbelt on yet.
I didn't.
I don't wear a seatbelt. Do you?
Of course I do. Why? Why wouldn't I?
Well, do you think it's going to save you or something?
No, but see, this is the thing why you're crazy. It has nothing to do at this point with saving me. It just, you get in the car, you put on your seatbelt. Now, am I saying that if I'm running up the road or whatever, there are times that I deal with the beep, 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 or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Because it's a seatbelt for a little bit.
I just say,
that I know. Yeah, of course. Of course. And everybody else that doesn't, stupid. Spit it out. Damn.
You know you can disable that, right?
Yeah. You're like, I actually memorized the diagram of it.
It's actually, well, we can talk about it. It's actually.
Oh, you're serious? No, I know you can, but I mean,
but
do you know the knowledge of it was joking about Mr. Smarty Pants.
I'm just saying the actual procedure is like Nintendo cheat code.
That's great.
Because you have to. Well, like with my Jeep, you have to put the car in accessory, then you have to take the seatbelt, plug it and unplug it from the seatbelt buckle 30 times.
Shut up, bro.
Go to run, and then shut it off.
Rex.
Yeah.
Hold on. And wait, what was the last one? Then go to run or actually start it?
Go to run, and then
but not start it.
Not start it, I think.
What if you don't have a key though and you have the button? You can still just do it by tap, right?
Yeah. You do it without
hold
on the brake.
Fine. 30 times though?
It is. It's some ridiculous number like that.
Dude, bro, if I fucking do this and you're doing it to fuck with me, I'm serious. Like, I'm gonna be pissed because my time is valuable. But I want to try it. But I don't want to try it to be fucked with.
You got it's vehicle specific. So whatever your vehicle is, look it up by your vehicle and you can do it. Okay. I also have the thing that plugs in that stops it from the truck from turning on and off all the time. You know, like when you come to a.
Yeah, but most cars have that button.
You have to hit the button every time you get in the vehicle. This one, I never have to worry about it. It's always off.
That's not terrible. I like that. But where please don't mess with me. Can you give me the information on mine?
I will. I absolutely.
I'm going to send you the vehicle name and make and model, and you did because I'm going to do this.
It's awesome.
I don't even care because I told you I wear my seatbelt, not because I want to feel safe, because it's the thing you do. You get in the car, you put your seatbelt on. But that's why I'm excited about this. All right, good night, everybody. Thank you. God bless. Rex, give it to him quick.
Ta-da! iTunes, iTunes, Spotify, Rumble.
Say good night, everybody. Say good night, everybody.
Good night, everybody.